I want to talk about Disney today, and I am watching 101 Dalmatian Street, so let's talk about that and why I've been so into it. Okay, so why do I want to talk about 101 Dalmatian Street? Well, I was a Disney kid, so I would like to cover Disney content on this channel too. I haven't really covered anime yet, but briefly, but we're just going to be covering all kinds of things on this channel. So today I want to talk about 101 Dalmatians. Now, 101 Dalmatian Street was one of those things where I heard about it, and then this whole thing happened in 2020. I don't know if you guys heard about it. It was this whole big deal, and there was all this crazy stuff happening, and I just kind of forgot about it. And then Cruella de Vil movie dropped, and all these reviewers started dropping reviews, and they were talking about the history of 101 Dalmatians, and they would talk about, like, you know, all the different media, and then they would just briefly brush over 101 Dalmatian Street, like, oh, hey, this was a thing. Well, it wasn't that great, but I'm like, whoa, back up. I need to check this out, because something caught my attention. This is a series, when they were talking about it and they said it's not that great, I wasn't going in expecting the greatest thing ever, and I wasn't in a huge rush to watch it until I saw a picture from the show, and I was like, hold on, how are you just gonna stand back and say the show wasn't great? We need to let Disney know how great this show is and that we want more, and I'm going to tell you why. Because if you guys hadn't noticed, there's this whole thing with cartoons right now, which is another reason why I haven't really watched cartoons lately, is they all look the same. Like, you go to Nickelodeon and it's like, oh, there's a show. You go to Disney Channel, oh, it's the same show. You go to Cartoon Network, oh, it's the same show, but on different networks. It's like they all just kind of meld into one because they all look the same. They all look like Adventure Time, Steven Universe, and Gravity Falls. It's a mishmash of all those titles just squished together, and every cartoon's just trying to mimic their success. I get it. They have executives standing behind there going, you won't make this look like Gravity Falls, because I know that shows have wanted to make an anime style show, but they've been told, no, you have to make it look like this, which, PS executives, I know you're never going to see this, but that's just stupid. And here's why. Because no kid's gonna look at your show and be like, oh my god, this looks like the other show that I really liked. It must be the same show. I should watch this because it's the same. Her. Like, back in the 90s, there were all kinds of variety of show styles out there, and kids were still checking out each one, and we were drawn to the unique styles of each show and what each unique thing everyone had to offer. Now they're all just the same show on a different network, and you're just gonna sit there going, oh, seen that before. Oh, seen that before. I have no reason to check that out because it's probably gonna look like that. Like, that is legit my reaction to every cartoon in this day and age. And I'm sure I'm missing out. I'm also not a huge fan of the style of cartoons in this day and age in general, which is why I'm also not the target audience, but I have no desire to check them out for this reason. For, like, mostly this reason, and it's kind of sad, really, because I might have missed out on a lot that I could have watched. Like, I'm still obviously down to check out cartoons, because I just watched season 1 of Dalmatian Street. I have one episode left that I couldn't watch before I recorded this video, but no doubt I will have watched it by the time this video goes out. Just to go back to the networks thing, Nickelodeon has like 3 different versions of SpongeBob right now. That is the state we're in. Probably I don't know if I'll even talk about that even more. Like, I don't know what else to say. I'm just like, we get it. You're making the money. We get it. But really, 2 spin-offs of a show that's still running? Really, Nickelodeon? just let SpongeBob retire for a bit. Put him on a hiatus. Come up with something new maybe, and then re-release him to a new generation in like 5 years or something, or just. Okay, we're not talking about SpongeBob. We're talking about 101 Dalmatian Street. Okay, back on track. Other than the style being something that's unique, you can see they're trying to do something different with the style. It doesn't look like every other cartoon out there right now, which is really why I wanted to check it out. And then when I got into it, I was pleasantly surprised, and I found myself hooked on the watching episode after episode. Like, I couldn't binge watch it. It's not a complete binge show. Like, I'd sit down in the evening, watch 3 episodes, go do something else, and then watch another 3 the next night. It's not insanely good, but it's how do I describe it? It is 20 minutes of my day where I can just switch off my brain and watch cute puppies do cute things. And that's another thing I like about these episodes that seems to have been lost with the test of time, is they at least try to teach something in the episodes. It's not just like mindless lol, so random humor all the time, like bam, 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 funny, 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 high energy. There's a little bit of that's from Dolly. She is a little, but you know, they know how to dial her back. So she'll have her moments where she just gets a little obnoxious, and then they'll just dial her back with Dylan, which is fantastic. Like we still have girl power dog who likes to skateboard, and I don't think that's been cool since the late 90s, early 2000s, but it's a dog. What else is she gonna do that's like cool? Of course she's gonna be on a skateboard, but you know, she's a character who's cool and girl power, and I don't need no mans that we seem to get in every cartoon. It is okay for a girl character to be a girl. That is fine. It can still happen, just don't over stereotype it. But now we've gone the other way too, like every girl is hashtag not like other girls, so now they're all like other girls. And which is why I kind of struggle with Dolly a bit. Like sometimes I like her, like when she actually shows that she cares about her siblings and stuff, like she pulls me back into liking her again. She just shows that she's not just completely obnoxious and annoying for the sake of being cool. My favorite character is actually Dylan. Like as an adult, I think I would be more drawn to that character as against Dolly, which I'm sure all the kids are drawn to, especially little girls. Like I can tell some of the poses they were drawing the dogs in, like action poses. As a kid, I would have been all about that. Like I would have been drawing my characters in those kind of poses all the time, and I would have thought that was so cool. So I can see where they're going with that. Like some of the poses look really weird, but some of the times, you know what, you just gotta be a little weird, and it looks kind of weird in a cool way. Like the style is weird, but it looks interesting at the same time, like looking at it from an artist's point of view. But anyway, I like Dylan. He's the nerdy type, he's sweet, he's lovable, and he always brings Dolly back from whatever annoying stuff she's doing, so that's always great. And you know, he does the caring side, and he's nerdy, and he likes to play like a Dungeon Dragons style of game. And they have this anime style poodle in it, which I think is just funny. Every so often it will switch to this comic book style to show off that we've switched that universe with the game. So another thing I like in shows too is when they switch up the style a little bit. But anyway, it has like big floppy ears that flop down, and they changed it so the ears look like anime hair, and you know, it's got this whole epic thing going on. Although the characters do play really well off each other, and I did enjoy it, and I found myself actually laughing at the cartoon a couple of times. And it's not even a case of 101% nostalgia, because these characters are based off the great-great-great-great-grandkids of the original characters. So again, there's nothing to really pull me in. I just wanted to, I saw the look of this show and I'm like, you know what? This looks like it's going to be something different. Let me hop on right in here. I wasn't expecting a lot. I wasn't expecting the best Avatar kind of showdown show ever. Come on, it's 11 minutes long. It's a Disney cartoon aimed at kids. And for what it was, it entertained me. It entertained my small child brain. The theme tune is just awesome. Like, we're a rowdy crowd here in Camden Town. Okay, I'm done. I'm not gonna. Oof. No, we're not going into a theme song. I can't exactly play anything because, you know, I'm gonna get copyright striked, and we ain't about that life. I can also say that I 101% legit bought Disney Plus to watch this show. That's exactly what happened. Yep. Totally worth it. But we need to support these kind of shows because they are trying to do something different, and Disney has allowed creators to do something different, create a show with a unique art style. And I know that they just dropped Monsters Inc., but it's a 3D model show. It's not the same. It had to look like the Monsters universe. I guess they could have gone with 2D, but they chose to go with the style that people were familiar with. That's fine. But 101 Dalmatian Street did something different, and I really want to see them renewed for a second season. I know that they're in hiatus right now, and I'm not thinking it's very likely that they will. But support shows that have a unique art style. Support shows that are trying to do something different. Let the executives know that we are tired of the same cut and paste. 101 Dalmatian Street was a breath of fresh air. My favorite little puppy, before I forget, Dorothy adorable. Like, Dante's a little annoying. He's a little apocalyptic. He'll pop up every now and then and just be like, it's the end of the world. And occasionally it's funny, and then other times it's just like, go away, you're a little annoying. Also, he's kind of like weird to look at. Like, I don't know what it is. He's supposed to make you feel uncomfortable, but he makes me feel uncomfortable, and I don't like it. There's this episode with Da Vinci that I really like, and Da Vinci has this really great voice actor. I love the voice of Da Vinci. But basically, it's this whole episode where I can 100% relate to it, because Da Vinci is obviously the art puppy, like, go figure. But she finds herself in a position where she's making t-shirts for a bunch of people, and they're all demanding the same shirt, and she gets tired of making the same thing, and she just wants to create something new. As an artist, I can relate to that, especially when you just want to create your own thing, but you have to create the other thing to make money, and it can be crushing. I can completely relate to that. Totally not watching a video to get the dog names, by the way. They all begin with D. Yo, 69, nice. Don't know half these puppies, they didn't show up. Oh, Dimitri. The Dimitris? Stop. Dimitris, like, plays small parts in the episodes where they just kind of make trouble, but I really just want to see an episode of them. I didn't see one show up. I don't know if they show up in the last episode, but I highly doubt it. But Dimitris are the characters that I wanted to see to get their own episode, but Triple D seemed to hog all the spotlight on that. Alright, and that's all the Dalmatians that stood out to me that actually had a part. Excuse me, British lady. Please stop talking in my ear now. Okay, the video is over. Yeah, that is all the dogs that I remember that stick in my brain that I feel the need to talk about. Parents are just kind of there. Like, parents are neglectful as hell. Like, it's one thing that stuck in the back of my brain. Like, I get it, you gotta have a premise for your show. At the same time, you got 101 Dalmatians and you're just leaving your oldest kids to take care of your kids. Like, there's a whole deep lore thing that I could go into, and so many reasons why that's messed up, but I'm not going to, because it's a cartoon about puppies living in London doing dog things. What more do I need to say? I could go on about this show longer. Who knows, maybe I'll bring it up in another video if ever there's a season 2, or if ever I just want to talk about it again. But for now, I think I've talked about Dalmatians enough. So thanks for watching. Check out the show if you just want a fun little cartoon to watch. It's nothing amazing, but at the same time it is, because it's trying to do something different in 2021, and I think that is worthy of a watch. Thanks for watching, guys. If you have the time, please check out my series Tame. It's the comic that I've been drawing in the background of this video this whole time, and in all my videos, well, most of my videos. I also do art lessons and more videos like this series, so if you're interested, hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and I'll see you in a future video. Goodbye, everyone! That was a weird goodbye. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye, everyone. Alright, we're done here. God damn it.